do it. So, hi everyone, this is Lisa from Local King Robertson. Welcome to my channel. So, today is Saturday and it is almost 11:30 Pacific time. This is the first video that I am trying to connect with the Facebook Live too. So just beware with me. Let's see if we can get this work. Hi King, how are you? Can you hear me good? So that's it. Well, the Facebook is not working, so maybe I am not able to connect with the Facebook. Let's try one more time. Okay, so the Facebook is not working. I have to reset the Facebook. Let's see. Okay, let's just turn off the Facebook. Okay, so that's my YouTube here. Hi darling, how are you? I sent you a message, email, didn't hear from you. So looking forward to see you in Orlando. And I'm going to stay with you Saturday night. We're going to have a girls' night. Okay. So, how's everybody doing? Today's video, I was trying to run a test to see if I can get on the Facebook Live too, but it looks like the setting is something wrong. So I'm going to share with you guys great tips how to create the embossing and the debossing finish without using the embossing folder. So it's Saturday. Today is kind of cloudy. It has been raining in Vancouver all the time. The weather is crazy. So you missed my email? What? I actually sent you an email with a boo-boo's picture. So today is Saturday. Oh, this week is kind of crazy because I was sick. I didn't have a COVID. I taste myself 5 times, but it was a bad cold or flu. I don't know. And the boo-boo got neuter. So everything was good. And the boo-boo is doing great. But the first night was kind of tough. So now he kind of get used to. And luckily, we only put the donuts on him for like a few days. We kind of watching. And yeah, and I stopped coughing, so that's good, right? Because I was kind of coughing all the time. It's hard to create a video, so I'm come back to the normal. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Boo is getting so big and he's so sweet, and then he make us laugh all the time. And okay, so that's it. What I'm going to sitting on my. I thought I set up everything right, but it looks like the Facebook cannot get online. Okay, that's okay. But the good things is that I'm going to see you in Orlando soon. Okay, so let me just show you today what I'm going to do. It's going to be two different parts of a video. How to create this card is going to be the second part, but the first part of the video, I want to show you guys how to create these, yeah, we should all book a trip to go to Alaska, visit Kim, and then she can show us the hood. So I want to show you guys how to create these embossing and the debossing without using normal humping so far, but I think once in a while he kind of like the wound it doesn't really bother him anymore. But I think once in a while he kind of missing realize something is missing downstairs. So far no humping and he's doing great. And then the best part is actually I end up only pay $170 instead of $600 because I post a post on the breeder's website, and all the other dogs owner was sharing the information where they get their dog neuter. So so I drove like 30 minutes away from my house, just 30 minutes away, and then I found out the other vet hospital, and then it charged not even 1/3 the place I live. So I think it's better just to compare the price and always ask for help if you have any question you don't know. So you always like ask around. So that was something, and I can't believe it. And then he actually ended up to have a laser neuter. So the wound is very small and is recovering very well and doesn't even have to I don't know, I can't really see the stitch. It must have stitches, but he doesn't even have to remove the stitches. And the painkiller, he only took half of the painkiller, so he's doing great. So I think next week he's going to up running pretty soon. Okay, so that's the start today's video, and so make sure you watch the second part of this video. Okay, so the first part, can you kind of guess how we can create this one? Okay, hey darling, did you and Lisa sign out the magic mushroom class yet? Okay, so I have something to share with you too. So this is one of the embossing and the debossing. So this is the other one. This is a kind of debossing and the embossing. So this trick is good for everything. When I was create the card like that, so this is going to be the part 2 of the video. When I create the card like that, after I finished the project, I just found out the background is kind of plain and kind of empty. So I want to kind of add some texture, some shape under. So this one is done with let me show you, done with those kind of thin die. Okay, I'm going to share with you guys how to do it. And then I went to dig my drawer. I found I have some of these kind of big die cut. Okay, I don't really think they still make these big dies zigzag. And this is I got when I just start to do the rubber stamping. So they have some of these big die cut. Great. Well, I need help. What? I need help. I need help Saturday. Well, you guys, well, we talk about the Friday when we see each other. So you guys can hang around. Just want to have fun. I don't know, are you guys doing the Friday make and take or not? It's going to be fun. Okay, so this is the class. Oh, I don't need the class. I don't need help for the classes. So I will be fine. So sign out the class and have fun. Okay, so this is a big die cut. I don't know. Do you have some, darling? You must have a lot. Yeah, darling, you must have a lot. I saw your what's your craft room look like? King, do you have some die cut like that? Where's everybody? I think everybody's all have fun, but that's okay. They can watch the replay. So this is the big die cut, and this big die, they can cut the cheap. Hi. So they can cut the cheap board like that. But don't worry, if you don't have a big die cut, I actually come out with a great solution. You can create exactly the same finish without using the big die cut. Aren't you exciting? How did I come out with this idea? So, but only one thing, you guys have to be very careful the die cut machine that you use, because if you use too thick, it's going to jam your machine. It's probably going to kill your machine. I actually killed one of my cuttlebug when I was not now, but actually I really killed one of the cuttlebug. So just be very careful with your machine. If you find out it's a little bit too much, you just don't force your machine. So I am going to use, I'm going to grab my machine. So I use this electrical big shot machine. This is a good machine, but unfortunately they are discontinued. And then now people kind of like I'm going to use my machine. So people kind of like into the digital stuff, right? So I don't know, do they still have I think they have like a Gemini or the electrical machine. But just before we start today's video, okay, just be very, very careful with your machine because I am not responsible if you kill your machine. So be very careful. If you find out it's kind of too much, just don't do it. You have to do some adjustment, but I'm doing my best to share with my knowledge with you guys, because when I try to create this kind of this video, I actually went through some issue. So we just have to make sure that you don't jam your machine. Okay, so you are going to need the one piece of rubber for sure, because if you don't have a rubber, you are not able to do it. And then look at this beautiful butterfly. I didn't even use an embossing folder. I'm going to share with you pretty soon. Hi Susie, how are you? Today I am in a very good mood because my boo-boo is doing great. He is such a sweet dog, and then I don't know, he's just so gentle, just like his owner, me. Okay, so I'm going to use this Big Shot electronic one, and you can use the any kind of die cut machine. It doesn't have to be the automatic one. They will work just fine. Cuttlebug, Tin Hose, Vagabond. Any machine will do. Just be very carefully, especially with the electronic one. And that if you have at least early CISIC electronic one, be very careful, because this machine jam very easily. I actually jammed this machine too many times. If you have this machine and then if it's jammed, thank you. Well, I put some makeups today because I'm in a very good mood. My boo-boo is doing good. I'm very happy. Okay, so if you have this machine and if it's jammed, here is the one you can see. There is one hole, right? And then there is a little screwdriver. If your machine is jammed, you can go inside to untie it. So that can save your machine. But of course, you have to unplug it. If the machine is jammed, that would be great, because that way I will create a YouTube to share with you guys how to unjam the machine. So this one I know, and you don't want that happen. And then I know the Vagabond, I jam my machine too. I actually unjam it. So let's see if this is a happen. We're going to do that. But just please, please, please be very, very careful when you want to do this technique. So get some loose down, because if you have the big die cut, you just follow the instruction, so you don't have to worry about jamming your machine. But if you don't have the big die cut, you want to do the way I'm showing you, please be very careful. Pay attention to how many layers I mentioned in my video. And then if you find a little bit forcing the machine, don't do it. Okay, be very, very careful about your machine, because I don't want you jam your machine and then you come back and say, Lisa, we did this one and then we kill all machine. That would be great. So if you have the big like a CISIC machine, you you don't use the adapter. You don't use the thing that adapter sheet. You just use your white one and then your two cutting mat. Okay, so this is the big die, and the big die is great because they can cut through the chipboard. And I know a lot of you guys have a digital die cut machine. Darling, you don't have a Cricut yet, right? You have a cut and scan. So, and then also I have something else I'm going to share with you guys pretty soon too. I actually figured out how we can use our digital die cut machine to cutting all those kind of sentiment. You know, because now I think the digital is in the future, and sometimes you want to put some kind of nice sentiment, and then you want to die cut. So you can actually, if you have a digital die cut machine, you can make any kind of sentiment you want if you know how to do it. But the one I'm going to release soon is come with the saying. So if there are any sentiment you guys want to have it, they don't have it, send me an email, let me know, and I will create something like that. So you can adjust. This is something I just download from the Hallmark, those like car company, and all the nice saying about the birthday. So that's one of them. I'm going to have a video now since boo is okay. So I am going to have a video to show you guys how to do that. And also when we come to the Orlando, we are going to have a super promotion: buy 3 get 2 for free. That's the best promotion ever for you guys who cannot go to Orlando. I know some of you guys already signed out or online class, which is awesome, and I've been working on all the material for the classes, and that I will have this one out. So you are going to see me in person in Orlando. If you cannot come to the Orlando, you are going to see me in the online workshop. Okay, so the first things that we are going to do the die cut, and then this is just a big die cut. If you have it, that's awesome. You can just put your chipboard and run through the machine, you die cut, and then you probably already know you don't have to use the white one, you cut it, right? Okay, and then if you tell, I know a lot of you guys, this is cheap, like a big die cut, a lot of, is for the, like a few years ago, I think Tin Holds probably still have some few the new big die, but I don't know how many big die they have available. So if you don't have a big die cut, what you're going to do is you're going to use your thin die. You are going to cut this is a recollection 100 pounds cardstock. So you are going to just I know. So if you don't have a big die, you're going to use your thin die, or you're going to use your digital cutting machine. You are going to cut 100 pounds cardstock, 3 or 4 sheets. I found out 3 or 4 sheets will do the job. You don't need a lot. So 3 or 4 sheets just have already. And then this is the other one. I was actually prepared the class material for our online classes and for our Orlando in-person classes. And then when I was doing this, I say, wow, you know what? That would be great if we can do the butterfly like embossing too. So I give it a try, and then it worked like a charm. So it worked perfect. It worked like this. So now you can use any kind of thin die cut, and you can create, you can make a big, you can make a small, you can use the the die cut you already have, and then you can create exactly the same embossing. This is embossing, is raising up. This is debossing. So you just do one time, you will get the same result. Okay, so that's a quick video. I'm going to just move on. Okay, so first I have my thank you. So I have my recollection 100 pounds cardstock, and do you guys know you can actually use a coupon for the paper too? Before they don't let you use the recollection, they don't let you use a coupon for the recollection product, but now I don't know when did they change it actually work. So the first one, let me see. Okay, I'm not going to waste the paper. Okay. So you can see the first one, actually I did a little bit crooked image, right? The image is actually not in the center. So this time I have to make sure I am going to just tape it. So you're going to use your big die cut here. Okay, and then you're going to use a piece of reprecision tape. You're going to tape it. You're going to make sure that your image is in the center. Like I say, if you don't have a big die cut to cut the chipboard, this part is good because once when you cut it, you create it, you can use it again and again. So we are going to do something. Okay, so when we run through the machine, we don't want your impression on the both side of the card. So you are going to actually insert your one of the cutting plate, and then my plate is actually pretty beat up. If you want to, sometime it's depending on your machine. If the machine is too much pressure, crooked is my toenail. Good for you. Okay, so if you don't want it, sometimes this cutting line is put the impression on your car. Have one brand new piece. so that way you can avoid that problem. So I'm going to just do that. And then you have to have a piece of rubber put on top. And then you are going to just do this one. So I'm going to run to the machine. I did a few testing, so it should be okay. So this is okay, so you can do it. Isn't this machine wonderful? So this machine, unfortunately, is discontinued. I know too many people ask me about this machine at a show, and this machine, I think they was on the market for very short of a time. And then because the problem is every time if you use a little bit thicker paper, they jam all the time. So that's why they don't really sell it. And when they jam, and they just return it. See? And then that's how I get the impression. Okay. And then let's remove it. This side is the embossing. And then if you want to other side, just flip over, and that's debossing. So one stone kill two birds. They work both ways. Do you like the idea? Okay, so I try this one, and then I always think you guys, because I know a lot of you guys that we don't have the big die cut, but we want to do this. What are we gonna do? We have to go by the new die cut. No, you don't have to. You can. What you're gonna do is you can see I cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by using this die cut. You can use the thin die because this is a 100 pounds cardstock. Definitely you can cut it with a thin die. They will work just fine. So this is the cheap board, and then this is just a regular 100 pounds recollection cardstock. You can after you die cut, you can still use it to decorate your car, or you can just keep it for next time. It doesn't have to be white, but because I want you guys to be very careful with the layering. I don't want you jam your machine, so just try to using the same paper that I'm using. So this is a recollection 100 pounds cardstock. Three sheets will do the job. Okay, let's do again. So, and then this is what I was trying few testing. Okay, in the beginning I tried to use like 6 sheets, almost killed the machine again. So the very important thing is you got to have a piece of rubber. If you put like 6 sheets, it's not going to working without the rubber. So you got to have a piece of rubber. Okay, let's grab a piece of paper here, and then I am going to just use 3 sheets. So 3 sheets, each one is 100 pounds, and then you can just kind of, yeah, I kill a few times, but my husband, I'm glad he's kind of handy. He actually opened it and fixed it for me. So, but he wasn't able to save my cutter block, because the cutter block I used too many sheets that it actually explode. It really explode, like completely crack. So that is not working. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to just use 3 sheets like this. You kind of just make sure you kind of 3 sheets is enough. If after you run to the machine, if nothing happen, you can add 4. So you can put your window on the top, on the bottom, everywhere you like. So I'm going to just put in the middle, and then you don't have to glue them. Okay, just kind of tape them, make sure it's not crooked. And then again, we are going to insert one of your card, because if you don't insert your card between these cutting mat, the impression will it will here is going to it will, how to say that, it will affect this side too. So this side is going to have an effect. I don't know, maybe it looks nice. You know what, actually let's do it. I want to see what it look like. Maybe some nice things happen, right? You never know. So I already did a few. I think probably look like this. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so first we are going to use the rubber, and then let's see, maybe it's not thick enough. We have to shimming it. So put maybe one more sheet on, I don't know. So when you run through the machine, you can hear the noise like it's not like a kind of like a jamming. So that's good. Let's see. Oh, actually, see? Ta-da! Isn't that awesome? I didn't use my big die. I just used 3 sheets of 100. Oh, actually nothing happened here. Oh, a little bit. I don't know, can you guys see? Hard to see, but I can see a little bit mark over there, but good enough. So if you if the machine is too much, they maybe will printing some of these cutting on the top, but I don't have a problem. And then let's remove it. Voila! Isn't it nice? This is embossing. Looks perfect, isn't it? And then this is debossing. And then you can kind of play around to create all different kind of pattern. It's just make your like a basic car from the plain to a little bit touch out. And then you can if you want to print something, stamp something, you can stamp first. You can stamp first and then do the embossing or debossing, or you can do after. It doesn't matter, it all looks the same. So that's just by using 3 sheet 100 pounds cardstock. So do you want to see I junk my machine? Do you want to see I kill my machine and then save my machine? I don't think so. We should do that, right? So that's wish one day when I do the demo, I jump my machine and I can, show you how to unjam the machine. So today is the June 4th, is the Expo Orlando show in the Scrapbooking Expo Orlando show. I don't know how many you guys are coming from Orlando area, and then how many of you went to the show. I hope it's a great show. Well, but we are coming to Orlando just in two weeks. Is that 2 weeks? Let me see. Today is a 4. We are heading there. We are heading to Orlando June 22nd. 2 more weeks. We are heading to Orlando. Yeah, that would be nice. Darling, do you mean that would be nice to see I kill my machine and save my machine? Have to give the CPR to my machine. Okay, so let's move to the next one. So I still have one piece of paper here. Oh, let's do something fancy. How's that? So that's the embossing, debossing. I hope you guys like it. Now I am going to actually show you this butterfly embossing, but I'm going to do 2. If you are there, then of course oh, King, you're so sweet. Well, you know what? We were thinking about to do some expo show, because this semi-retire is good, no complaining, but sometimes we are bored, and or magic mushroom, because the time when we just come up with the magic mushroom. Oh, intricate kind. Sorry, that you cannot use the intricate die cut to do it. You can do it. You can try it. I don't know. I think you know what? If it's for the background, you want to use like the die cut. I don't think so. Intricate die cut is a great idea, but you know what? We are going to give it a try. Thanks for the idea, King. You know what? Later on, we're going to try one intricate. Let's find out. So I'm going to working on that to find out, can we do it with the intricate die cut? But the intricate die cut, like I don't know, see, like this is kind of like embossing too. So they create embossing. I think we probably can do it, but we already have the die cut, or die cut already create embossing. So with the Local Kings die cut, you don't really have to. Like these outline die cut, you can cut a few flowers. You can create. This is like a endless, because you can create anything. It's just idea. So you guys try to use your brain and come up with something unique, right? Okay, so now, but I'm going to show you something else. Is I just get an idea why I'm creating this video. So we're going to do this butterfly, but I am going to actually add the 2 butterfly, not the full butterfly. Let's see what we can do. So I already have this butterfly. This is a digital file, and not ready for sell the digital file yet. This is the one I'm preparing for our classes, the workshop. But I might offer this free download for you guys, the people who signed out the online class without the material. So I don't know. I'm still working on the detail part. Maybe I will provide like a free download for you guys who signed out the class without the material, so that way you can have something to work with it. So this is the butterfly. I designed this one a while ago, but we didn't make the die cut, but I think it will be awesome. So I use the brother cutting scan to cut it, because the quick cut is good, but the quick cut, you know, their cutting space is a limit. So every time I can only cut 2. But when I use the scan and cut, I can every time cut 6, and I don't have to scan all the time. So, you know, those digital die cut machines is good. I wish they kind of combine both of them. That will be the perfect machine. Okay, so I have I'm going to have 6 butterfly. Because some of them I cut with Cricut, some of them I cut with broad skin cut, so the price is a little bit. You don't want to use your brain Saturday. Okay, so use your brain on Monday then. Brain. So let's see. I have to have a 6 exactly the same. Lisa from Savannah told me, he said it's very humid and hot in the Savannah. Okay, so I need a 6. Okay, this is good. Okay, so let's do something different. Okay, I have my basic card ready. Oh, let me just move my table away. My table is really messy. Hot. And the mosquito, I heard the mosquito in Savannah is like a golf size big. That's why every time Lisa asks, no, I'm just joking. Every time Lisa told me, why don't you come to Savannah? Because the bugs, I'm so afraid of bugs. Okay, so we have a 6 butterfly, and also this is the 300 pounds, not 300 pounds, 100 pounds recollection cardstock. So I have 3 of them, and then this time I'm joking. Oh, you know, I don't know, somebody told me in the France their mosquito is huge. So you can do the adjustment. 3 or 4 sheets will do. I ran the test. So 3 will work just fine. So I'm going to put my butterfly just on the left side. I don't have to try to, you know, if you want to planning to do a lot, what you can do is you can just glue these 3 sheets. It doesn't need a print. I just already have my print ready, so I'm too lazy to cut the other few sheets. So I'm going to just use my print one, and then I'm going to just do this. I found out if I put my print side, the other side, when I run to the machine, they will leave the mark. So I'm going to just flip it, and then I'm going to just tape it. Oh, tape it here. Oops, tape. Okay, I'm going to just do here. Okay, I think if you glue 3 together, I know Savannah is beautiful. Yeah, maybe I should just come visit one day, just by myself. I'm gonna leave another day at home, so that way we can have fun. So I'm gonna just do this, but make sure when you're like you have to be like not bigger than 10, not 6 inches. That's the width of your cutting area. So I'm going to put this one here. This is just something new, just to come out, like just get idea now. So don't know it's going to work or not. Hope it's work. So just if you glue it, you shouldn't. I'm going to have a problem, but I'm not going to glue it. And then I am, see here, it cannot fold it. Oh, it can fold. And I'm not going to worry about, so I'm going to do this. Robert is very important. Long weekend? When is the long weekend? Long weekend? Today is a long weekend? Is today long weekend in Savannah? Let's see what. I guess everybody is having fun now because nobody's online. Okay, that's find the true is going to work or not. Okay, just in case we're going to do one more time. Let me take a peek first. Aha. Okay, I have to run through all the way because the part of the butterfly tail is missing. Not in your, today is a long weekend in Savannah. Do they do that? Okay, that's 1, 2, it worked just fine. Okay. Ready, guys? It's amazing. See, you create something. I think this is a great tip. Aren't you agree with me? If you have like the stem, here. If you have the stem, you can actually stem first and then make embossing. And then this one you can reuse again. So use the, come visit long weekend. Yes, we should go visit King in Alaska. Hey, how about I come to visit you, King, in Alaska, and then you show me your hoop. Oh, this one. Let me just let's do this one. This one. Oop, no good. So you don't have to print. Okay, let's see what it look like. Isn't that amazing? So now you can use all your die cut to create something like this. I think that's beautiful just by doing this. And then do a butterfly. Okay, use the butterfly in it, and then we just color this butterfly and see how pretty it is. So this is the embossing. This is the debossing. Oh, and then you can see, I didn't put the divider on the other side. They kind of leave some mark. If that bothers you, just make sure you use a new cutting plate, so that way they will not leave the mark on the backing of your car. And then, but I think the point to make, right? So this video, the only things I'm worried about is you accidentally jam your machine. Remember, if you have the big die cut, remove your adapter. You don't need the adapter. If you don't have a big die cut, you want to use your any paper die. 3 sheets is good enough. Just make sure you have a piece of rubber. It doesn't have to be print image. And then that's something looks like. So like these iris, that's something I'm working on that. Like these iris, you can use the the outline die cut like 3 sheets, and then you can create the embossing too. Or you can stamp the image and the coloring, and this is like a endless, like too many different way. So and then I was we were talking about how about the like an intricate die cut. I think I will give it a try. Thanks for the idea. Maybe I come up with something else. Okay, so that's today's video, and then the second part of video I'm going to share with you guys how to create this card. I think it's very unique, and then stay tuned for my, where did all those little tab. So stay tuned for all these little tab digital image. See, like when you have some plain car, right? You just maybe we don't have enough place to stamp the image. So with those kind of little tab, that will make this one works like a decorate just fine, right? So that's another video. I'm working on that, but I kind of really like the idea of this one. If you want to just stamp, let's see, what did the king say? Yeah, I know. And then if you have like a butterfly, you can have like a few different, the digital file is good. Some of the stuff the digital can do, some of them is not, but I think the new generation, they are not really like a car making anymore, right? Okay, so that's today's video. I'd like to share with you guys. I think is a useful idea, and I was trying to share this video on the Facebook too. Want to do the live video, but I think my setting have some problems, so it doesn't really work. Okay, so it's 12 o'clock Vancouver time for lunch. Okay, you're welcome, Susie. So, hey, darling, going to see you guys soon in 2 more weeks, and we're so exciting. For Orlando, we will be there Wednesday, and then I know you guys are going to Epcot on Thursday, so probably don't see you on Thursday. But we have a Friday, and we have a Saturday, and then we have a Sunday to hang out together. Okay, so this is Lisa from Local King Robert Stan. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!